The Lane Myers experience returns to Tucson. What kind of chaos did the seemingly insane auditor of the Southwest bring with him? Denver Metro Audits spends Christmas alone, depressed and stoned, while losing himself online. Will he find his way, or will he fade away? Plus, Long Island Audits propels Liberty Troll to more wins. Did he really take the King of Fundraising title from Chille DeCastro? All this and more on this episode of Auditing Insanity. Good afternoon, and welcome to a combined newscast for December 26th and 27th, 2024. I'm Johnny Jones, and I hope you've had your holiday fill as we're diving back into the slow news days and cold that comes with the end of another year. Human servant Jim Finch is still allegedly sick. I still have my doubts, and I think he's overplaying the coughing and sneezing and deep voice. I mean, really, my voice never changes no matter how many viruses I get. So, what the hell, Jim? We're putting him back to work putting up old new-to-you articles as we're bringing back some more older articles to our website at ReallyCoolSite.org along with new audio versions of those articles read by fellow AI David Smithson. Yeah, competition. Yay. On that note, I'll ask you to focus on Long Island Audits crowned King of Fundraising. Sean Paul, Long Island Audit, Reyes proved to be the king of fundraising again on Wednesday as his promotion of Zachary Liberty Troll Cookers Support the Fight for Our Constitutional Rights Fund took the GoFundMe title on Christmas Day. The fund took in $195 in new donations on the holiday, with Reyes' own fund legal defense against unlawful arrest coming in second for the day with a $10 donation. No other campaigns recorded donations for the day. With the record tally for the holiday, Cooker is now in the lead for the monthly fundraising title. His $1,755 take edges out our own $1,730 take for our ongoing expenses fund. Craig Hendry's To Support Craig's Work fund is currently in a close third place with a $1,610 take through little help of master fundraiser Jose Chille DeCastro. Reyes' incredible fundraising efforts on behalf of Cooker come as Reyes really didn't put any extended effort into the fundraiser. He recorded a new opening and a new ending for an existing Cooker video and included the link to Cooker's GoFundMe. Reyes' 860,000 subscribers did the rest in literally minutes after he released the video. By comparison, former king of fundraising Jose Chille DeCastro, with 625,000 subscribers, tends to promote his fundraising efforts in his near-daily live streams. Alas, even though he claims to be the top First Amendment auditor in the world, he struggles to bring in more than 200 of his subscribers per live stream and often needs multiple fundraisers in order to reach anywhere near the $1,755 total Reyes has brought in for Cooker in just 2 days. While it's really an unfair apple-to-pear comparison, we do doubt DeCastro's ability to repeat Reyes' success through a standalone video, as DeCastro no longer has the power to bring in large numbers of viewers to his channel. DeCastro's videos do between 6,200 and 8,000 views respectively in their lifetimes on YouTube. Reyes' videos are currently pulling in between 162,000 and 430,000 views. His latest video pulled in 4,100 views in the 17 minutes since it went live this hour. The gulf between the two auditors' viewership levels is seemingly insurmountable at this time. One would wonder if DeCastro would be better off buying commercial time on Reyes' standalone videos or live streams in order to promote his constitutional law scholar board game than promoting the game on his own channel. Our data shows that if DeCastro wants to set the world on fire with the game, as he claimed to have a vision of doing when he was in jail, it may come to advertising on other, bigger channels to bring him the success he's promised.
Journalism is not free. Both ReallyCoolSite.org's daily newspaper and our daily newscasts are funded by your continuing donations and what we make from our YouTube AdSense revenue each month. If you'd like to contribute to help us keep the lights on, eating, keeping the cats fed, and writing new stories to feature on both the newspaper and newscast each day, we do have a GoFundMe set up at the address on screen right now. If you can't afford to contribute, please watch the advertisements on our videos, like, share, subscribe, and comment. You can help by doing next to nothing, and we thank you in advance for pitching in.
Denver Metro Audits holds saddest ever live stream. Christopher Denver Metro Audits, Cordova's recent launch of his new personal Christopher Cordova YouTube channel saw low numbers on Christmas as the aging First Amendment auditor appeared alone and stoned for his holiday address to his fans. The late-night live stream featured Cordova cosplaying a background extra from a 1980s Run DMC video, wearing a white Kingel fuzzy hat and white Nike tracksuit. More incoherent than normal, Cordova's mood may have been influenced by a vape he took hits from throughout the live stream. Cordova's new channel echoes a trend with other First Amendment auditors, DirectD, who have made personal channels, Christopher Ruff, that show the auditors spending time talking about their real lives in their makeshift studios while routinely getting high. The secondary channels, when monetized, provide their viewers with more personal stories that the YouTubers can then monetize as part of their growing empires. Cordova's personal channel currently has 201 subscribers and has yet to achieve level 1 monetization on YouTube. With 42 views in the 11 hours since going live, the live stream featured Cordova wishing his fans a merry holiday season. The YouTuber started the show by taking a hit off of his vape and then staring blankly for over 90 seconds before addressing his fans. Instead of a holiday address or good tidings, Cordova complained about one of his new cameras, saying he'll need to take it back on Thursday as it was broken and too dark for his setup. Cordova then went into a bizarre rant about giving and Christmas being the time of giving. He explained that it was just him, his mother, and stepdad this year, but he didn't feel like giving and called off the gift exchange program with his family. He also called off the traditional celebrations as it was just the 3 family members. The YouTuber complained about a facility called Comfort Dental that provided discount dental services to those who didn't have insurance. He claimed that while he never had cavities in his life, the facility found cavities and charged him for unnecessary procedures. He claimed to have it confirmed by an independent dentist who said that he didn't have any cavities. Cordova eventually stated that the kindest people on earth are ex-convicts and covered in tattoos, and that one of his relatives, a fellow black sheep of the family, loved and supported his channel. He called out the rest of his family for not supporting his work and his anti-police views. Offering his opinion of sex abuse scandals in the Catholic Church, he offered a solution of letting priests getting married. He then called out the Roman Catholic Church as satanic, claiming that the church uses the fear of hell as a mind control technique. Cordova went on to express his personal belief that hell is not real, and that reincarnation is what souls experience when they die. He said that he was done with Earth and would not be returning when he dies. With long pauses as he stared blankly at this computer screen, Cordova ended the live stream after his audience dwindled to his ex-girlfriend, Teresa Sweet Tea Neal, who he announced will be taking over editing duties for his video channels. Long Island Audits gives Liberty Troll another GoFundMe win. The terrific ride of Zachary Liberty Troll Cougars support the fight for our constitutional rights, fund on the back of Sean Paul, Long Island Audit, Reyes started to fade on Thursday, the third day of a GoFundMe win campaign that took Cougars Fund from the depths of obscurity to the top drawing fund for the month. Taking in $50 in new donations from 3 combined supporters, Cougars Fund was the top draw and only draw for the day, as no other funds received donations. That $50 puts Kruger well ahead of our own ongoing expenses fund, to top the monthly GoFundMe race with $1,805, almost all taken in over the past 4 days. While starting out dreadfully slow, December has rebounded to be one of the best fundraising months of 2024. The month has seen $5,280 in total donated as a combined tally to 7 different funds, bringing the overall tally for all the funds we follow to $229,575 out of an overall $728,550 goal. While Cooker's fund is cooling, with the wins from Sean Paul Reyes that propelled it skyward slowly dissipating, Reyes' hot air propelled the fund to an 11% overall completion rate. It currently stands at $3,340 out of a $30,000 goal. Not a huge gain in the overall race, but an amazing run for a week that shouldn't have brought it so much attention. In second place for the month, our own ongoing expenses fund stands at $6,145 out of a $10,000 goal and a 61% completion rate. We didn't have the advantage of a Sean Paul Reyes restream to bring in the big bucks quickly. Instead, we rely on our wonderful donors to keep us afloat each month, and we're forever in your debt for keeping both the newspaper and the newscast alive. Third place also brings a straggler. Craig Hendry's to support Craig's work may not have been the campaign they wanted to promote, but promote they did. Word of mouth and an address by Hendry brought the fund to $5,081 in total for the month and a 127% completion rate. We can't overlook Hendry's influence, even while in jail, to get the word out and to bring his fund into the running for the top fund for the month of December, especially after a disastrous start and an abandonment by Chille DeCastro. DeCastro has made it clear that he doesn't hold fundraisers in the period between Thanksgiving and Christmas, even with a family and a self-described good friend in Hendry in desperate need of his help. Perhaps things will change now that the holiday season is coming to an end, but with DeCastro's influence waning and Hendry's influence growing from behind bars, tables may eventually turn, and Hendry may need to hold fundraisers for DeCastro. Stranger things have happened, and it'll be something to watch in the new year. Lane Meyer's experience returns to Tucson. The Lane Meyer's experience returned to Tucson, Arizona, as he made an appearance at a planned hearing in the case of Judge Alexander Ball versus the YouTuber known as Mark, the Reluctant Prophet Kelly. Myers was in a mood as he interrupted a trip to the Grand Canyon to return to Tucson, where he was expected to testify in the case. Ever flamboyant, Myers was dressed in an outfit consisting of a red, white, and blue bow tie and a t-shirt featuring Judge Ball's face, and was holding a sign claiming that Judge Ball kidnapped him. The lawsuit itself was over an incident earlier in the month where Myers was held in contempt of court for calling Ball a liar during a hearing unrelated to Kelly. Myers was taken into custody. Ball recused himself from handling the contempt case. Another judge was assigned and set a hearing for the next day. Myers was in custody for what he says was 31 hours before being released, and the contempt charge was dropped. Kelly reacted to the kidnapping of Myers by putting up attack videos about the judge on YouTube. Once he saw them, the judge reacted by filing a defamation lawsuit against Kelly to seek the removal of the videos. Coverage of the pending lawsuit has been covered everywhere else, with most legal scholars thinking the judge needed thicker skin and that the case was stupid. Myers reveled in the chaos, as it's one more way to dominate the Tucson nut-butlery that is known as their lowest-level courts. Myers presented his sign and screamed, "Judge Bell kidnapped me," at every person he saw in an attempt to get everybody talking about his supposed kidnapping. Upon entering the court building, Myers walked past new signage that would come into play later. Apparently, like almost all other court buildings in the United States, there is a standing order from the judge who runs the building that recording is prohibited in the building without advance permission. This is a rule that other auditors have fought and lost multiple times, and essentially bans filming from the building. It's a standard rule. It's been litigated to death, and the assembled handful of auditors would refuse to abide by it later in the day, resulting in police being called. For now, Myers walked around blissfully spreading chaos in his wake until he reached the actual courtroom for the trial. Ball was meeting with Kelly outside of the courtroom, which startled Myers. It turned out that Ball had put in a motion to dismiss the case on Friday, December 20th, and there would be no hearing today other than to dismiss the case, which happened to Myers' disappointment. Myers blatantly video streamed the last few minutes of the hearing, against the court order prohibiting filming. Once the parties exited the courtroom, Myers followed Judge Ball to his office, interviewing him as they walked. While Myers appeared calm during the time the pair were together, he told the judge that he was lying when the judge revealed that he had no other choice but to file a lawsuit over Kelly's video, as he and his family were receiving death threats from people who had seen the video. Ball said he reported some of the threats to the FBI. Myers said he was friends with the FBI and that he'd checked to see that was true. Myers would later admit that he didn't really know anyone in the FBI, but declared Ball a liar anyway. Myers relentlessly berated Ball over procedures, and the two shook hands as Ball entered a restricted area, and Myers was able to go about spreading chaos for the rest of the video. The video ended with the above-mentioned great debate between Myers and his fellow YouTubers versus building security at one of the courthouses, with no reported arrests made. And we're back. I don't know about you, but I'm glad that the year 2024 is almost over. With all the idiots we've covered since we started a few months ago, it will be interesting to see who stays around and who becomes aware of they now at the end of next year. With that, there's no 8 p.m. live stream tonight, as Jim has no voice and hasn't figured out how to allow me to replace him for an entire thrilling evening. But we'll be back on schedule tomorrow night. See you then.